Welcome to the Explore section of our first lesson. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the tools in ArcGIS. We've used these before in class, but I just wanted to give you a review since we're going to be doing it outside of school this time, and I'm not going to be there to help you. So if you have any questions while you're completing the Explore or ACT activities, you could just come back here and follow my directions. So this is, like I said, the Explore section. I give you the general directions up here. Note that you really want to make a copy of my map, because if you don't, you're going to end up editing my map, and I don't think you can save it, but it might cause you some confusion in the future. So I'm going to check over these questions, but I really just want you to spend your time exploring. So I just went ahead and clicked on the link that I give you here, and that will open up this page. When you first view the map, the biomes layer may be turned on. You can just go ahead and turn that off for right now. So you just start out with the imagery base map. Just to remind you, if you want to change the base map as you're working, I would definitely encourage you doing that. Remember, each base map gives us something a little bit different. So imagery, very basic, kind of a satellite world view of the sky. The imagery with labels will give you country names and that kind of item. Topography map, especially when we're talking about mountains, this is very important. But just as you work, go ahead and choose the base map that you think will be the best for you. Some things will not be labeled in imagery, no matter how far you zoom in. So you're going to have to remember to change that if needed. So that's the easiest step. I figured I'd show you that first. And I always love the National Geographic map just because it looks cool. So we've gone over changing base maps. That is a skill you'll have to do during this lesson. Another skill that you'll have to do is creating bookmarks. So if we start out at, say, South America, for example, if I can zoom in on the right section, we can create a bookmark here, add a bookmark, and just label it South America. For part of the lesson, I want you to put a bookmark at your own favorite location. So one place I would really love to visit is the Galapagos Islands. So I'm going to go over two tricks and one here. I know where the Galapagos Islands are, but if I want to find them quickly, I can just search. So I'm going to just type it in here and it pops right up. And hey, there's the Galapagos. Maybe I want to zoom in. So if you recall, you hit Shift and then draw a box around the area, and that'll take you nice and close. Beautiful. And I'm going to create another bookmark here. So I'm going to put Dream Vacation because that's somewhere I'd really love to visit. So we've gone over changing the base map, we've gone over bookmarks, and we remember how to search. Remember, you can search in on any area just by typing the name, or if you have a direct address. But on some of the lesson, as you will see, it's going to make it very easy to find these things. I didn't want this to be difficult for you. I just want you to have time to explore. So you can see we zoomed in on the Andes Mountains. The next item I want to remind you of is how to measure things. So if we look at the top, we see our measure tool. I'm going to click on that. Since we're in the United States, I would encourage you to use square miles, and I believe that's what I ask for on your assignment. Say I want to measure the length of the Andes Mountains. I'm going to click, this is actually to measure distance. Again, I want to make sure to change my unit to miles. I'm going to move it so I can see the Andes Mountains, and this is going to be a very rough estimate. So I'm going to take my tool, I'm going to start it at the top of the mountains up here, and I'm going to draw a line. Do I just want to draw a line straight down here? No, that's not very accurate. So I want to trace. So I just click once to continue my line, and I'm going to trace approximately the length. And anytime it curves, just click and it'll create a new dot for you. So I'll stop at Santiago, and I can see that the Andes Mountains are about 3,074 miles long. If I want to end it, I just double click on the point, and I think I clicked too many times. Just double click and it'll save my recording. That's not the Andes Mountains, of course. If I want to measure the area of a location, I can do the same thing. I can click, say I want to measure the area of the Andes Mountains. I do the same thing, but note this time that I'm creating an area. I still want to make sure that I'm being accurate by creating several focal points for the measuring tool to base off of. But it'll go around the entire Andes Mountains. I could have picked something a little smaller maybe to show you this first time. And double click to end it there. And the Andes Mountains have an approximate area of 408,209 square miles. That's why I tell you every time we do GIS in class, it makes everything easier. So we've gone over measurements, searching, base maps, and bookmarks. One more thing I want to show you is to remind you how to create a map note. So let's go to Angel Falls. So again, I'm going to do it the simple way and just search for Angel Falls because I created this assignment. I know that it's in Venezuela, so I can click on that. I think we've zoomed in too far, or maybe I want to change the base map. So I'm actually going to pick imagery because I want to see what that actually looks like from above. And if we research, it'll pinpoint for me exactly where it's located. I think my computer's having a hard time processing because it should look a little clearer than this, hopefully. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. It was a little off. That's why you should always search. So I'm going to go up to add. I'm going to add, imagine that, a map note. I'm going to name my map note Angel Falls. Create. And remember, there are a lot of different types of map notes we can add. You could create an area. So I could just draw a shape, a freeform shape around Angel Falls, but I think that looks a little bit weird. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I think a push pin or a stick pin would make the most sense since it's just one specific spot. So I'm going to take my push pin, I click on it, I click on Angel Falls. I'm going to, again, change the name of this to Angel Falls. If I want to add a description here, I can say it's located in Venezuela. I should probably write that as a complete sentence. And one thing we're going to do is add images. So I delete what's written there. And earlier I pulled up this image of Angel Falls. I just Google searched for. And I'm going to copy that and paste it into where it says image URL. And that way when I click on my map note, I can see a picture of Angel Falls. I do want to change the symbol a little bit because green kind of blends in. So I'm going to pick, you could pick whatever your favorite color is. My favorite color is not red, but I'm going to pick this little red balloon and make it a little bit bigger so we can see it from a distance. This is something I definitely suggest doing. So when I see your map, I can see what it looks like. And you just want to make sure to close and just done adding these features. So when I zoom out, say I go to my bookmark of South America, I can still see my Angel Falls. And when I click on that map note, there is a beautiful picture. So this is really what you're going to be creating during the ACT part of your lesson. You're going to be filling in a couple details about 12 different locations that I gave you. I should probably remember how many locations there are, but we can check. Let's see. There are, yes, 12 different locations you're going to be creating map notes for in South and Central America or Latin America. So hopefully when you're finished, you have 12 little dots on your map. Each dot will have an image that you find, and you'll have a couple sentences, at least one or two sentences written as a description. Again, feel free to choose whatever color you wish. When you get to the second part, you're going to have a couple questions I want you to answer and details I want you to fill in with the global biomes layer. So since our layer's not turned on, we can't see anything in the legend. But if I turn on that biomes 2 layer, give it 1 moment to load, you see the biomes pop up. Just as a reminder, if we click on them, it'll tell us this is tropical moist forests, and it highlights each area that fits that biome. On the tip here, we have, no, that is not tropical moist forest, that is savanna. And if I want to check the color, I just come back over to my details page and click on the map legend. And this time it's all filled in for us, full of information. So that should probably do it for this part of the lesson. If you have any questions, you know how to contact me in school or online after school through my email. Good luck with finishing this lesson, and I hope you enjoy yourself and have some time to be creative.